All right, guys, let's get into it. So today is the 26th, Sunday. First month of the year is down. We saw a bloodbath last week. It was pretty freaking messy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but hopefully that this week will be a little bit better. Okay, so our first step is obviously we gotta reset our charts, bring all our charts back to zero so we can get after it. So our first pair we're looking at is CAD CHF on the weekly chart here. We see a potential head and shoulders, potentially, right? Maybe. Okay, beautiful. Is this weak? Is this bullish or bearish? As you can see here, lower high, lower low. We are bearish as well. If you don't want to count that from how many weeks ago, we can count this as a higher high, higher low, and then we can shift here and you can see that obviously it's still bearish. So we're going to count this as bearish, even if we're counting it from here to here or here to here, right? It is bearish. We have a weekly EMA rejection and we have a doji candlestick here. Let's clean up these yellow boxes. Let's go down to our daily. Our daily is also, oops, daily is low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Our daily is bearish. How so? Higher high, higher low. Boom, boom. Shift to structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? What else do we see potentially on this pair? We also see a potential left head, right shoulder. Right? Perfect. Okay, so we have daily and weekly is bearish as well. Now let's go down to our 4 hour. Okay, our 4 hour. What is our 4 hour? Well, let's look. So higher high, higher low, right? Here's a shift, whatever. High, low. Here's your lower, higher high, higher low. Shift here, lower high, lower low. Shift lower high, lower low. Okay, lower high, lower low. Shift to structure, higher high, higher low. And now we have a huge bearish engulfing, lower high, lower low. And now we're just waiting until either it breaks this high or breaks this low to give us direction. As you can see now, we do have a bearish push. We are bearish and we're at a 4 hour EMA. So we have three time frames in sync as of right now. So let's go back to our weekly. Let's get our box. Is there an area of interest here? Let's get rid of this one. So higher high, I mean higher low. Actually, let's just run it off the big one. Okay. As you know, that we used for our weekly, we use blue boxes. So once this box is placed, we will switch it to blue. So right now we're just looking for our areas of interest. Remember, we don't want to place an area of interest below price action. We are bearish, so we want to see where it looks like to reject, right? So we have, okay, does this count here? How many pips is this? So that's a nice little box. Let's turn it blue. And now let's measure. How many pips do you think this is? 32 pips. And that's a beautiful rejection for an area of interest. We have more than three taps in our area of interest. We have one, two, three, four. Okay, four taps with a weekly EMA rejection, doji candlestick. Okay, we're already just kind of basing it off how it's sitting right now. We'll just throw one of these on here just for a split seconds just to kind of see, right? Okay, now let's go down to our daily. All right, what do we see on our daily besides the head and shoulders formation? Okay, let's do the same thing with our area of interest. Lower high, lower high. Let's tuck it in just a little bit smaller like so. And let's turn this purple because our dailies are purple. Stretch it out. Now let's see where we could see rejection right there. It's beautiful. Right? There's our rejection. There is our neckline retest of the head and shoulders. Now let's bring it in even tighter. Okay. So I already just looking at the daily, we already have the head and shoulders break. Now we're breaking. I bet you we see this candlestick here fill, and then we see the retest and then the dump. So now that we can, oop, let's fix that. Now let's squeeze this in tight. You could even just go to here. Okay, now let's go to our 4 hour. What do we got for a 4 hour? We are at a 4 hour area of interest. Are we? We don't really count the 4 hour areas of interest, but they are kind of huge. So we are going to take this, we're going to draw this box, and we're going to tuck it in a little bit tight. Can we do that? One, two. Okay, let's turn it yellow because our yellow is our 4 hours. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, perfect. Now we already have the wick into our and this EMA. We already see the head and shoulders formation, right? Now we're just waiting for the retest. Okay, now let's go to our 1 hour. Even better, we have a 1 hour EMA on a 1 hour head and shoulders. It's even better. Now, what are we waiting for? They'll pull back to the sell. But what if this already counts? This could have already happened, right? That could have already happened. So let's see here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this right here. I like that. I like this trade a lot, actually. We have a bearish engulfing today, market open. So that is, well, you don't want to judge it on market open. I do see a potential pullback a little bit higher than sell. Okay. I do like I do like the fact that I think we are going to push higher on this. I do think that we will see a potential push, and then I'm going to suck in our stop loss a little bit tighter to above the 1 hour wick. We'll see what the 4 hour, yeah, beautiful, above the 4 hour wick. So I'm going to wait for this to pull back up into our area of interest one more time, and then I am looking for sells on this. I like this one a lot. Put that waiting for our entry. So do you guys, does that make sense how I broke that down? Any questions on that one? Okay, next one. So every time we break down a pair, we are going to speed it up just a little bit. So we're not sitting, we have like 30 pairs to go through, not 30, but 15, 20 pairs to go through. If we broke it down like that, it would take 10 minutes per pair, would be here for 3 hours. We don't want to do that. So I am still going to break it down almost to a T like that. I'm just going to do it a little bit faster every single time. So then you can kind of get the movement of it. So now our next one is CAD, JPY. Let's clean up some of these lines here. Well, let's keep that one because we're in price action here. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. Should we keep this one? Yeah, might as well. Perfect. Okay. So as you can see now, what is our weekly was it bullish or bearish, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low. So what are we? We're bearish. Weekly is bearish. And we see a potential head and shoulders here. Right shoulder. Wait for the confirmation. Quite frankly, I am already kind of not liking this trade. I do like this little bit of zone here. But like I said, I don't really like it if you want to know the truth. It's there. And if price was down here, I would like it a little bit more. But as of now, it's not the prettiest little thing. So let's go down to our daily. Is our daily bearish or bullish? Well, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low, going back retest. Let's get rid of this. This is also a daily area of interest. Right here, let's make that purple. At a daily EMA on a head and shoulders, or not a head and shoulders, my bad. This right here is a potential head and shoulders, but as you can see, it didn't work. So this is what we see now is a double top break. Here's the retest of the neckline, and now we're selling off, right? That's what we see right now. Let's go down to our 4 hour daily's bearish, and 4 hour is, see, this is the sell that we were looking at last week, and that didn't happen. So now Let's get rid of this blue card. I don't like that one. Let's go back to our daily really quick, see if we see anything pretty. Yeah, kind of. I kind of do like this a little bit here. And then say we got something like here, something like so. Grab this so it's not so freaking large yet. Okay. It would have to come back. I'm really not liking this one a whole lot. As we see here, we do have the head and shoulders. Boom, 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 boom. Or we could say the double top with the neckline retest at an EMA. Is there around psychological level in here? There is around psych, and there's around psych in here. And there is around psych in there as well. Okay, so that's nice. I personally think this move is kind of junk. I do like that the 4 hours already rejecting it. I am concerned that there is no top wick here. So what we could see is this huge wick, like it's done, and just do exactly what it did here, like this huge wick, made it back, and then I think that's what it's gonna do. As of right now, I don't think I am interested in this trade. I do see the sells potentially though. I do like the sells. Dun, 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 dun. But I personally don't think I want to risk my money on this. On the 4 hour or 2 hour here, you can see a better, clear detail of the head and shoulders, right? So I would need to see. Let's get this thing so big here. All right, let's go down to 1 hour. Maybe a potential scalp, guys. You know, if we wanted to run a quick 1-2 on this bad boy, we could see something like, yeah, like that. You know what I mean? Also, I'll set an alarm here and we'll potentially maybe see a quick 1-2 out of this. Boom, boom. You know what I mean? So let's just put this in our watching tab actually, because I do like the lower time frame potential trades. So how do I trade a lower time frame? Well, first off, I use the higher time frames to tell me if I even want to look at the lower time frames. If I can see a potential move on the higher time frames, that doesn't is not quite too clear to take as a swing trade, or it's just you know what I mean? One of those I don't know. I don't know if I want to swing it, but I could see that it could potentially do this quick little bit of a move. Okay, now we're working somewhere. So now I go down to the lower time frames. And basically, I just do my top-down analysis again. And you can see the head and shoulders. Okay, we saw the break, the bearish engulfing. Okay, now we're looking for the retest. Let's go to our 30-minute. Well, here's the head and shoulders again. There's the bearish engulfing. Okay, we already have a little bit of a rejection. What we want to see is a closure before below the structure point here, right? So we want to see the closure below. So basically close down here. And then we want to see the retest at this. See this, all this. This is an area of interest right here. Boom, 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 right? This is a strong area of interest. So we put our alarms below that area of interest. So we get alerted when the wick comes into that zone. And then we judge, okay, do we want to gamble or take the risk of getting into a quick 1-2? Quick 1-2 is you get in and you're in it for like 1-2. You know what I mean? Not actually 1-2, but you get in it and you're in it for an hour or two and wait for it to reject and shift and go to the downside. Now, you also got to keep in mind when it does this, you have lower time frame shifts of structures. And what is a key point into our trading plan? Our trading plan involves a shift of structure. So obviously, if the 1 hour or 30-minute goes bearish or bullish, we're not taking this trade no more, right? It's not a quick 1-2. It's a quick let me take my money. So we're taking this when we get the shift of structure again. And that's when our 1-2 is activated, just like any other time frame or any other trade. I mean, it's not just a, oh, my alarm hit, take it. It's still a delicate, it's still process. You still have to do your due diligence and you still have to do trust your trading plan. So I do like the alarm here so that we will take a peek at it when it does go off, if it does go off. That makes sense. No, yes. Perfect. All right, next one is NZD USD. So already you can see this was the trade. Boom. And it's already having this rejection like we talked about last week. Exactly as I spoke. It's just doing exactly what I said it was going to do. What do I think it's going to do this week? I think it's going to do one of these. Either go like this again, or it's going to do one of these, right? But that's hard to say because is it chasing this low like that? Is it chasing way down here? Possibility. Let's say, so obviously we are bearish on the weekly time frame. Let's go to our daily. Daily is bullish, and we do have a strong zone right here on the daily. Well, let's see. How many pips is that? Well, that's 17 pips or 20 pips. So, okay. I really don't want to use the weekly on this because we are at a low, very low time frame. I do see an inverted head and shoulders potential right here, right? Here's the break. Here's the retest. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go to our 4 hour. I can see we had an alarm set for a trade last week here, and it did not trigger off the inverted head and shoulders. As of now, I don't like this trade. Why? Well, we already had the push into where our take profit would be. And now our 4 hour is bearish if this 4 hour closes, right? I'm not interested in this trade just because of where our lower time frames and there's not a whole lot of structure here. You can see like, oh, that's an inverted head and shoulders. Well, actually, that's just a mess. That's what that is. This is an inverted head and shoulders. Left head, right shoulder break retest. I already took off. This trade is gone. I don't know where this trade's gonna go because there's not enough structure to build off of this to the left. It's not worth it to me to even put my time and effort into that trade. So next one, AUD JPY. Start with our weekly. So last week we did look for the sells on this trade, which never gave us an entry. Beautiful head and shoulders here. We wanted to see the break, right shoulder. We never got the break, as you can see here, where my drawing's already placed. Here's the left head, right shoulder. We want to see the break and the retest. We didn't even get the break. We just got the push. So this trade became invalid, which means it's no longer important to us. So let's break it down to us then. Okay, well, what do you guys see right off the front here? You obviously see this huge head and shoulders, right? Okay, I hope you see it because it's right there in front of you. Or you can see a potential, right? Double top. You know what I mean? Um, so just keep that in mind. We are at a weekly area of interest. Let's get rid of all these lower time frame boxes. How about that? We'll replace them. So we're at a weekly area of interest. We're at a weekly EMA. We're at a round psychological level on the right shoulder of a head and shoulders, right? But we are bullish. Lower high, lower low, or higher high, lower high, shift to structure, right? Boom. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Boom. Higher low. Why? Because the shift to structure right there. And now, obviously, we haven't had a candlestick close above or a candlestick close below. So our weekly is bullish. Okay. But I just don't forget this right here. Look how pretty that is right there. Look how much confluences are right there just on the weekly, right? Cool. Okay. Let's go to our daily. What is our daily looking like? Well, our daily is bearish. No, our daily is actually bullish. Why? Higher high, higher low. Well, hold on. Higher high, higher low, right? Shift to structure, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher high, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low, higher low, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher low, right here. Okay, so our daily is currently bullish. Well, unless so right this candlestick right here, this gray candlestick is bullish. This is making this frame bullish. Um, in 20 hours though, if this closes below this line here, then it is bearish. Our 4 hour is also, all right, guys, is also bullish. Why is it bullish? Well, higher high, higher low. Shift to structure right here. Okay, so we are currently bullish. If this candlestick close bearish, which it would have to close below here. So basically down here below our 4 hour EMA, it would have to close to become bearish. So as of now, I'm really not interested in this trade just because of all the consolidations. There's, you know, um, and quite frankly, I want to see sells on this. I want to see sells chase this right here. See that huge wick right here? I think this needs to get filled. So when this stops goofing around and starts getting ready to start selling off, that's when I'll be interested into it. But right now, it's bullish. It's not ready to play a game. So I am going to wait for this one to become bearish. So as of right now, this trade is no longer important to me. Just because I don't see a setup on it, I am going to put it in my on the way section here just because I am going to peek at it throughout the week. When I put them in my duds, that means they're duds and they're no longer important. When I keep them into our organized data here, I will peek at them throughout the week and see potential setups. All right, next one. We didn't take that trade because it blew us out of the water last week. Once again, what do we see? We see bullish, right? Well, actually, that is bearish. Lower high, low, or higher, higher low. Shift to structure, lower high, lower low, right? Lower high, lower low. Shift to structure, higher low. Shift to structure, lower low. Higher low. Shift to structure, lower high, lower low. So weekly is bearish on GJ. Daily is bullish and 4 hour is bullish. Okay, so weekly is also bearish. Um, we can also see a potential area of interest here on the daily, right there. What the daily EMA is around psychological level in there. It does look like there is. Let's drop one in here. Oh, coordinates. Oh, look how close I was there. All right. So that is around psychological level on a head and shoulders inverted, on a head and shoulders formation here. Click this button. Boom, boom. Right shoulder. Here's the break. What are we on right now? We're having the retest. Okay. So as now, this could be setting us up for sells, right? So let's go to our 4 hour and see where do we have to get before we're interested in the sells on this. So daily, it looks good, right? It doesn't look great, but it's setting us up to look good. So where would the market have to be for me to be interested in the sells? Well, this would have to either close way down here like this, and then we're no longer interested in this trade, right? It could close all the way down here and then come all the way back up here, and then we're interested again. But it could close all the way down here like this, and then just kind of go like this, and then sell. We're not interested in the selling into that. Let's actually look at our weekly, see what we see on that weekly chart. Yeah, see, I'm not interested in the selling into this weekly area of interest. I'm looking to get into a sell up here and then maximize, like say we get in like right there, right? Do one of those and do one of these and get like a 1 to 2 out of it. That's what I'm looking for on this trade. So let's go to under 4 hour again. And quite frankly, we need to see either do this all the way back up or it needs to do this and then do this. And then we sell. So once again, this one is just all about waiting. It's not ready. We need the head and shoulders to then sell. So this one is junk as well. I am going to put it onto my on the way so I can keep an eye on it throughout the week just in case we do get this potential on the 4 hour. All right, next one is AUD and ZD. Let's go to our weekly. Let's get rid of some of these freaking boxes here so we can start fresh. All right, so weekly is bearish. We got a lot of consolidation going on right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of consolidation. Kind of gross. Ooh, look at that. Who wants to trade that shit? As you can see, I did trade that shit, but still, brother, you know what I mean? Do we see anything potential in this? I don't like to get involved when it's sloppy like that. We are down below the 4 hour EMA. We're above the daily. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to. There's no consolidate. No, nothing. There was a double top. That's why or double bottom. That's why we took the buys here. We got a head and shoulders potential here. So if you really, really, really wanted to play, uh, am I gonna win or lose today? It's a perfect little example of whatever. You know what I mean? Um, I do see the head and shoulders. Here is the neckline retest. The move has already happened. This was your play right here. And it didn't even hit take profit. Probably, if you would have done it, you probably would have done it 1 to 2. So that was the move right here. And no, I am no longer interested. We'll put this one in our duds. Next one is GBP AUD. Let's go to our weekly. All right. Nice rejection from last week. Pumping. Let's get rid of this freaking line. Get rid of that box. So obviously we are bearish. Lower high, lower low. Here's the higher high, here's the higher low, here's your shifted structure, lower high, lower low. Weekly is bearish. Daily is also not bearish, it's bullish. Why is it bullish? Oh, we got all the consolidation. We got a lower low, lower high, shift structure, higher high. Okay, that does look pretty. What do we see here? Break, retest, neckline, sell. Okay. Um, I personally don't like it just because of how I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think this is a good one. A lot of consolidation, a lot of days. Finally had the breakout. I can for sure see this. Well, I can't guarantee that because if we pull this 4 hour area of interest over, you know what I mean? You see where it's already tapping in, wicking into here like that. So I can already see that it's hitting this area of interest and rejecting. Either it's going to reject down into the 4 hour EMA and the weekly area of interest again, and then have the push again, and then do something like this, or it's going to have the rejection here to give it that next umph to get it down here to then have the push. So but there's not enough consolidation. There's not enough confluences. There's no structure. It's just a huge candlestick and a few EMAs. And see, it's already at an EMA. This could reject it and push it down. We already have a huge rejection wick here, lots of rejection wicks over here as well. Just not enough to play or gamble on this one. So for me, I'm not interested. USD All right. Let's check this one out on the weekly. So as you can see, what I'm waiting for from last week's breakdown right here is a push retest. And I think this one is probably 3 weeks out still, if not 4 weeks out. I'm because we still need to see the push. We need to see the consolidation. Then we need to see the dump, and then we need to see the consolidation, and then we need to see the push. And that's what I'm waiting for on this pair. We might get it off of this area of interest right here, though. So that's plus. So let's look. Let's go down to our daily. Our daily is bearish, and we have a head and shoulders formation on the daily. We do have, don't forget that our daily EMA is sneaking up into here. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of nothing, straight consolidation. And so it's hard to base anything off of. And our weekly is also bearish. So for me to see that, I don't like that we don't have much structure on our daily time frames. 4 hour. Yeah, I'm really not too key. And I don't even really see a move on the lower time frames either. I mean, like this is a potential, but I'm not willing to play that. Really, honestly, I'm not really liking that a whole lot. I mean, if we do see another, let's see here. We could see the cells, but let's just go back to our weekly charts here. I'm gonna get rid of this weekly area of interest because I don't really want it. Higher high, higher low. I like it a little bit down here, actually. Let's do that. That's a better weekly box for me. I mean, we could have done it right here too. See that right there? We could have done it right there as well. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna keep it. So actually, you know what? Let's look for the cells on this one. Daily, lower high, lower low. Okay. Sure. Let's go. Grab our box here. Put that over there. Let's turn it purple. And shoulders, 4 hour. I don't really like it actually. I just don't want to. Yeah, now we're getting down into the nitty gritty, lower time frames, really getting picky. Quite frankly, it's just not worth the gamble for me. Sorry. No, thank you. Next one is Euro USD. Okay, let's clean this up like normal. All right, we have a huge last week. We had a huge bullish candle last week. Okay, we're at a weekly area of interest. Weekly is bearish, right? Yeah, weekly is bearish. Daily is bullish. We did look for the sells last week, didn't give it to us. 4 hour is bullish. As of now, I'm not interested in this play until we break or shift. I will wait. I will be interested in this play if we get higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, a shift of structure. So I will set an alarm here on the daily just to get us on 4 hour bearish. Well, quite frankly, our 4 hour will go bearish if this shifts here. Let's go down to our 1 hour. Ooh, okay. 30 minute. higher high, higher low. So our 30 minutes are already bearish right there. See that? Okay. Let's go to our 1 hour. Where's our 4 hour EMA? Okay, way down there. Huh. I like this one as a quick one too. I see the head and shoulders here on the lower time frame, right? I know it's not the prettiest little thing. I do like the placement of our 30 minute. I also like the placement of our 1 hour EMA. You see another little, I would like to see a break and a retest and then a sell just to get into it as a quick one. But to me, I'm okay. I am going to put this on a watching though for the sells. Unless it breaks above, if it just breaks and goes like this, then obviously, you know, that's also a possibility too. But I will put this like this for a potential sale in the future. Next one, Euro CAD. All right. What do we see here? Look at our charts. We got lower high, lower low, bearish on the weekly, daily's bullish, 4 hour is bullish. Okay, daily. See, the only that sucks is like, look at all this. Like, how are you supposed to build a trade off of a trade that's been going up for one, two, literally going up for one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. It's been going straight up for 9 days, you know, and that's right there. It's like, okay, well, you don't want to waste my time on that. So to me, this trade is not even worth looking at just because of this huge 9 day bullish jump, which is even this huge weekly, all week going up last week. So to me, and now it's stuck in this consolidation zone again. Not interested. JPY, just another JPY pair. So let's check her out. Let's clean her up. We got a head and shoulders potential. Weekly is bearish, lower high, lower low. Shift to structure right here. Let me grab my pointer. Here's your lower high. Here's your higher high, higher low. Shift to structure. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low. Shift to structure. Higher high, higher low. Shift to structure. Lower high, lower low. Right here. Shift to structure. Lower high. This is still your lower high, and this is still your lower low. But if this here dumps below here, this will become your lower high, or this will become your lower high. So there is your boundaries right here to make sure that it is bearish. Daily is bullish. Yeah, shift to structure. Yep. 4 hour is bullish as well. Huh. All right. Is there anything that's valuable in this right here other than all that? No, this one's just kind of ugly. Yeah, I think this one is just kind of ugly. I don't really want to put this down like that, but it's kind of at a daily area of interest. I don't really like using what do they call this? Basically the elbow of the lower high and the lower low. You know what I mean? This is the both, I mean, higher high, higher low. I don't like using the elbow as a structural point on the closest one. So I don't really like counting that. But so it's kind of at a daily. I would like to see what I see. The weekly was bearish as well, didn't I? Yeah, the weekly's bearish, daily's bullish, and the 4 hours bullish. If we do see this 4 hour close like this, we will have a shift of structure on the 4 hour, and then we'll see it below that zone and potentially see some sort of negative push once we get below the EMAs. See where 1 hour's at. Yeah. So I will set an alarm on my lower time frames here on the 4 hour to get below the 4 hour, just to let me know, hey, you're below the 4 hour. And then I'll wait for the retest of the basically it would be not the neckline. I mean, yeah, it's a neckline because this could be a head and shoulders here, like this. Um, so I would just want the confirmation, hey, it broke below the 4 hour EMA. Wait for that creation of the right shoulder and then look for the sells. But right now, this is kind of just not a pretty trade. It's kind of ugly. It will be below the EMAs on the daily as well. And it'll also be below our 1 hour EMA, which is also kind of huge. Um, but it is not a very good trade, so I'm not interested in this. I'm not even gonna put it into our on the ways. I do have an alarm on it, so if it does go off, I will do look at it, but I'm not. I think this one's gonna take until next week. This will be a next week trade potential, just because look how small, look how slow these candlesticks are moving. These are 1 hour candles. They're not really moving a whole lot. So this one's just kind of lollygagging around, being slow. So we'll see what happens. Next one, NZD GPY. All right. So we are bullish. Why are we bullish? Lower, higher high, higher low, right? Shift to structure. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Shift to structure, higher high, higher low. I just broke the shift to structure here. So now we are bullish and we're just waiting. All right. I do like the potential weekly area of interest right here. I know we're kind of getting to it a little early. Let's see where the rest of our time frames are. Go to the daily here. We did look for the sales last week on this, and obviously we didn't get them. So we are at a daily EMA. Our daily is also our daily's bullish as well. So our weekly's bullish and our daily is bullish. Okay, let's go to a 4 hour. And our 4 hour is currently bearish if this closes in 13 minutes on top of our EMA. So for me to be interested in this trade, I do need to see this as of right now. Just that's just going with the trend. Our daily to become bearish needs to go all the way down to where is it here? Lower high, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high. Yeah, actually, if okay, I'm actually kind of a little excited now because this is our lower high right here. It's our higher high here, lower high, higher high. I was for a second I thought it was way down here, but no, it's right here. Why? Because there's one, two, three, four. There's enough consecutive touches in here to make this an area of interest. Let's actually just throw that into a box right now and just show you guys here. Make it purple because remember our purple boxes are areas of interest. Okay, let's go down to our 4 hour. Get rid of this because I actually do like this. So what I would want to see was our 1 hour actually at. Beautiful. This looks actually one of our better ones. Not a whole lot of consolidate not consolidation, not a whole lot of structure to build off of. But I do like, but I don't like that. That is, we could literally see this right here. Boom, you know what I mean? But I think what's going to happen is we're going to see the rejection here. We're going to get the push back. And if we can build some structure or something in between these boxes, we could see that push to then sell. So this is one that you just kind of keep. I can't tell you what I think is going to happen on this one because too much, but I do think that we will see the sells. I think sells are incoming on this. But we do have to see our EMA 4 hour kind of come up a little bit higher, so we can so we can play around in this and then get below it, get that head and shoulders to then sell. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one for the week. All right, next one, GBP in Z Day. All right, so it's bullish on the weekly at a daily area of interest, daily EMA, daily push, 4 hour bullish as well. See, what sucks about these ones right here, there's just no structure, guys. Like it's if there's not structure, how are you supposed to take a trade off of nothing other than there's a strong area of interest in an EMA? Is there even around psych in there? Heck, there's around psych. So you have just looking at this right now, you have a you know 60% trade if you want to grid it that way. It looks good. I would bet that it would continue to push up, right? But it's just a low possibility trade. I would be looking, we got the push, looking for the retest, and then buy. You know what I mean? This is just one of those something light, you know. Wait for the retest with the EMAs. Yeah. These are one of those 1, 2 trades, you know. So we'll throw it up into our watching, organize that later. The next one, AUD CHF. We did take a loss on this last week. Um, we took the loss on this head and shoulders formation. So on the weekly, you can see here, we took it down here. Our trades, once we zoom in off the weekly, you'll see where we got into these trades and how we lost. All right, so what do we see here? Ooh. I have a head and shoulders formation here on the weekly. Our weekly is now bullish. How is it bullish? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, push, higher high, higher low. Okay. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the back button. So bearish, bullish, I mean. So now we can see that we did get into this trade at the EMA, at the area of interest, at the round psych. Is there around psych in there? There's not around psych, but we did take this trade for the sells, and now we do not have a good trade to be scaled in a few times. We had 4 entries on this, and we got eaten alive. But as of now, I do not see anything, and quite frankly, I don't want to trade this pair because it sucks now. All right, next one, Euro NZD. This one's at all-time high. Doji candlestick weekly, 3 weeklies of no movement. I mean, we have wicks, but so we're at bullish. Let's go to our daily chart. Wow. How many days is that of nothing? That's 27, 25 days. Uh, no movement. 25 days of freaking nothing. I won't play trade that. I don't even want to look at it. Next one is Euro AUD. Um, okay, we got bullish. We got our daily. Daily is bearish. Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower high. Wow. Yeah, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower. Let's do this one as our lower high. Lower high, lower low. Okay. Daily's bearish, 4 hours bullish. We're above our 4 hour. Is there an area of interest? Let's just throw this little box here for a 4 hour area of interest. Where's our 1 hour at? See, when I see stuff like this, I'm looking for quick moves, 1, 2. I'm not, the swings are, this is not a swing position. This setup right here, that is not a swing setup. You don't swing this. You get on your lower time frames and you get in a trade. You get in one of these things, you know what I mean? Like quick, and you just chase. Like even a 1 to 1, here's a 1 to 2, 1 to 5, you know what I mean? But I don't like this one either. It's just not. Last week was just an ugly week for us. Really had huge candlesticks all over the place. We had the inauguration, we had whatever else happened last week. A lot of crap, which just gave us a headache. So lots of consolidation as well. Yeah, I'm just not interested in this one either. GU. Hopefully we can get another nice one out of this. We have a couple more pairs left, so I'm hoping that we get one more good one. Let's see here. Yeah, see, this is what I mean by like just huge candles. You don't want to play with huge candles. Weekly is bearish. Look at that huge candle. Weekly's bearish. Daily is daily is bullish. 4 hour is probably bullish as well. I mean, I'd be interested once it came back into here, but at the same time, there's not enough structure for me to even be interested in taking these plays. There's no structure here. There's like, see here, there's a double top potential, or there's nothing other than just a stepping stones. Oh, they're going upstairs. That's what I was looking for. Not stepping stones. Let's go to the next one here. Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Say that 10 times fast. Uh, Weekly is bullish. Huge weekly candles at a weekly not area of interest. Weekly EMA. There is an area of interest here as well. I'm gonna mark it just so I can see it on the other time frames. Okay, add an EM is around psych in there. Ooh, just about. Daily, what did I say weekly was? Weekly's bullish. Daily is obviously bullish. We are having a bearish push currently. Okay, so I like this at a lower time frame. Here's a head and shoulders. Here's a double top. Here's a neckline retest. Right? You see that? Let me mark it up for you. So here is the head and shoulders. Right? Neckline retest. Or here is a potential. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The head and shoulders looks a lot better, guys. But this is a double top here. You know what I mean? And it does look like we already had the retest in the sell. But this obviously happened Friday. So what are we going to wait for? We're going to wait for the retest again at the EMAs at the round. It's like I said, not round psych, but and then we're just going to chase the sells one more time. Yeah, 4 hour, perfect. We will have to wait for a shift of structure in here as well. Like I said, guys, this is a 1-2 potential swing. If it gives us a direction, a good direction, I could see this chase this right here. So yeah, it's beautiful. I'm gonna set an alarm here. I'm gonna look for something to that extent. We might even tuck it in just a little bit tighter, hopefully something like that. There is not. So what do you see? Basically, you see the shift to structure on the daily, and we're gonna wait for the right shoulder. We're waiting for the right shoulder to give us its hand on the daily to get us into the cells. As you can see, here is the head and shoulder formation. We're at the neckline. We already had the shifter structure. Our daily is now bearish. So now we're just waiting for it to come back, retest this area of interest, retest potentially the left shoulder, then underneath in this small area. We just need the right shoulder to come up, retest here, and then sell. We'll look for the sells. And what is right there as well is our 4-hour EMA, which is an added confluence and also a head and shoulders on the lower time frames. And also, if you know me and you've been trading with me for a while, that the 1 hour is also very, very important. We have the 1 hour matching our 4 hour. That is a huge, huge signal for me. That is awesome. So I am thinking this is one of our better trades of the week right now, just by looking at this setup. I do like the right shoulder, and I like that we're at a weekly area of interest. Let's go to our weekly, you know, and yeah, take it off the weekly. If you really absolutely wanted to, you could hold it all the way down here, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to take it, go to my daily, and go to this next area of interest here on the daily, which you can see right here. That's where I'm going to be taking my take profit to. So that's a beautiful, beautiful trade there. Looking at 65 pips, depending on where we get in. But that's what I'm looking for. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite. I'm gonna put that one up there. That was a beautiful, good find. Well, you can see my drawing from last week played out. Look at that. Left head, right shoulder, neckline, retest. Look at it doing right there. Left head, right shoulder, break. Here's the break. Was neckline, retest, sell. This from last week. Let's get rid of all this crap. Weekly is bullish. Let's get rid of this crap here. What is that? Round psych or what is that? That's not. Oop, what did I just get rid of? That's okay. Daily is bearish. That's what we just talked about. Daily is bearish. Let's go right here. Draw this little box of rule. Okay. 4-hour is also bearish. As you can see here, this is kind of a struggle. This is right here. Let's go to turn this out. This is a struggle for structure to break. As you can see, oh, this could come back in here and then just bounce around in here again. I'm not interested in this trade until it does this. Why would I wanna, until it breaks and then sells? Yeah, strong, strong. As you can see, um what is it called? What's the word where everything's the same? All we want sells on all our JPY pairs. There's uh, I don't know, whatever it is. They're the same. They all want sells on it. So we're looking for sells on all the JPY pairs so far. I just want to see the break and the retest. I am just going to put this on the way so we can watch. Next one, GBP CAD. Couple more left here, and then we'll line them. We'll line them up, but we have a few left. GBP CAD. As you can see, I wanted the shorts up here. Our alarm is just about to get ticked. Why is that alarm going to get ticked? That's from last week. So let's clean this bad boy up. All right, let's go down. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is way bullish. I don't like it. GBP These are at the bottom for a reason normally because of all this consolidation and ugliness. So these ones go pretty quick. I would like to say, oh, come down here, push, bullish, but push, bullish. Ew. Ew. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not really into this. One, there's an inverted head and shoulders there, but we have to push way down here. And then once again, we're sitting in the consolidation. To push the way down here, we can see the neckline of this double top retest. Nope, I just don't want to deal with that. Next one's NCD CAD. Weekly. Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. Weekly is bearish. Daily is probably bullish. Look at how many days this is. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days of just slowly moving, slow movements. I don't want to trade that. I want them to move like NASCAR, fast and the furious. Um, no, thank you. AUD USD. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bullish. Inverted head and shoulders. No neckline retest. Here's, ooh, okay. We could have seen the neckline right here already happen on the daily. Make it purple. Get rid of this. All right. 4 hour. Mm, no. Negative CAD. Weekly. Okay, we're at a weekly area of interest, EMA as well. Weekly is bullish. Why is it bullish? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. See, we close above, I think. Either way, lower high, lower low, shift to structure. Weekly's bullish. Daily is bullish. 4 hour is bullish. I like this one considerably. Not really, because of all this freaking candlesticks being stupid. But I don't like it. Actually, it just kind of looks like the rest of them. Yeah, consolidation here. Consolidate's gonna consolidate here. No. All right, USD CAD way up in La La Land. Way of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Candlestick wick. Doji. Up, down, up, down, up, down. No thanks. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, our top pairs is CAD CHF for the sells, head and shoulders, break, neckline, retest, sell. In the 4 hour, head and shoulders, looking for the retest to then sell. Euro, GBP, we're waiting for it to come back and retest our neckline on the daily. Create that right shoulder neckline on the 4 hour with our EMA to then sell to our daily area of interest and our daily EMA. We are watching GBP NZD for a retest of our daily EMA, our daily area of interest, and our 4-hour EMA and our 1 hour EMA. So waiting for a quick 1-2 retest, then buy. On CAD JPY, we're waiting for it to come back up into our daily area of interest on our daily head and shoulders to touch our neckline retest to then sell. Euro USD, we're waiting for it to break, get below our 4-hour and get below our daily to make it bearish to then create the shift, then set our alarms again at our daily EMA to then sell. We are watching AJ for sells, GJ for sells, NZD, JPY for sells, and UJ for sells as well. Those are our top pairs of the week. If you guys have any questions, please ask away now.